Hello everyone, my name is Ananda Marisa Pertiwi. Today I will present my small project about future-proof career. And I will compare two jobs in accounting, auditor versus tax consultant. And I will explain how artificial intelligence may evolve this job in the future. Okay, next. First, I will explain which is an auditor. Five auditor phase. First, an auditor checks financial statement. An auditor makes sure financial data is correct. An auditor follows accounting rules and standard. An auditor works with company document and an auditor reports audit result. And this is result from auditor page. And what do they do every day? They review financial report every day. They check transaction and document. They discuss funding with client or manager. And where do they work? They work in audit firms. They work in company or government office. What tool do they use? They use computer and laptop, Microsoft Excel, audit software, and financial document. A vocabulary I found with this job auditor, audit compliance, evidence report, and accuracy. Okay, next. Second job, which is tax consultant. Tax consultant facts. First, a tax consultant help client with taxes. A tax consultant prepare tax report. A tax consultant explains tax law. A tax consultant help reduce tax risk legally. And a tax consultant follow tax regulation. This is reserved from tax consultant facts. And what do they do every day? They calculate tax every day. They prepare tax document. They advise client about tax rules. And where do they work? They work in tax consultant firms. And they work in accounting firms or office. And what tool do they use? Usually, they use computer and laptop, tax software, online tax system, and calculator. Vocabulary from tax consultant versus tax regulation, deduction, income, tax return, and penalty. Okay, next I will compare an I analyst comparison first. An auditor is more independent than a tax consultant. A tax consultant is more client oriented than an auditor. An auditor's job is more regulated than a tax consultant job. A tax consultant works is more flexible than an auditor. An auditor is more focused on accuracy than a tax consultant. And AI analyst, AI can check financial data faster. AI can calculate tax automatically. Auditor will still be needed for judgment. Tax consultant will use AI for tax planning. AI cannot replace ethics and professional responsibility. And thank you. This is my conclusion. But auditor and tax consultant are future-proof career. But AI will support this job, not replace them. Thank you very much. Bye bye.